start with what are the expectations from markets and how the market did in the last couple of days. We'll discuss about a couple of stocks which are underperforming or outperforming, or sectors which are doing well in markets. So first of all, let's focus around what the headline index was doing in this all the news flow and everything. So Nifty managed to make a low of 16,200 on Thursday, which was FN expiry also and a news-based event. Then that itself was a bit of out of context move, because everyone has seen how US market did on Thursday. That was a similar expectation I think everyone had in our markets also, that when the news of war will be out, we are most likely to make a short term bottom, because it's usually the case that when the news is out, the market don't react to it. But our market did react and kept on going down on Thursday. But usually, such moves which happen in the later half on expiry day or a news based day are generally expiry moves, and the very next day, whenever market opens, that last leg of down move or last leg of up move, in case that happens on a Thursday on the last monthly expiry day, usually gets negated at open. So that was the similar case which happened on 25th of Feb. That market opened around that level of 235, 230 low, around there. The market opened gap up, and then showed strength, and managed to hit the high of Thursday. So that itself is quite good. So to say that we have managed to take out the high of the day where there was max panic in market. So that is one sign of strength in short term. Then there are a couple of we call it as objectives of market, that where the market looks to be headed after such price action. So what I take as a major point is that I'll be taking the initial lows that were made on Friday as a level of make or break, basically. So 16,550 is initial low that market made on Nifty at 9:30. So initial pullback after the big down move and after the gap up. So that is a level. If gets broken, then we are most likely to be in for filling the gap on the downside, which is at 16,200. But if that level holds on, then the objective of this move usually are first to hit the high of the big down day, and then take a walk toward the gap fill on the closing basis. So that is somewhere around 17,050. So that is how I have observed market behavior over a period of time. Now, this was about Nifty. A similar fashion, the global markets also reacted on Thursday. Global market reacted the same manner on Friday also. That they were falling before the news went out, and they stopped falling after the news came out, and retraced nearly every bit of the recent weekly down move that was there. So just referring to Dow chart, if it opens up, it's taking time. Okay. Anyway, this was about Nifty that I was sharing. Similar references for Nifty Bank will be a bit deeper, so to say. 36,000 on Bank Nifty is the initial pullback that was there in Nifty. So at around 36,930 low, that should hold. And if that holds, then 36,700, which is the high of Thursday, is first objective, and next one will be to fill the gap which was there on 23rd. So that is 37,350 odd. So this is how I'm looking at the indexes. In similar fashion, we can look at different stocks also. That the stocks which are already trading above highs of Thursday are to be considered as relatively stronger stocks, and the stocks which are you know uh, um, the stocks which are were inside or sluggish on Friday also are to be naturally considered as sluggish stocks. So I'll take a couple of examples of such stocks which have crossed highs and we'll discuss them. So, case in point, let's take the global stock of our Indian market, which is Tata Motors. So, Tata Motors gave a breakdown below 440 on Thursday and managed to hit a low of, I think that was a free flow also around 405 toward the closing. But that's fine. I think, but what amazing part it did was that it managed to cross the high of Thursday in the very first hour of Friday. So that is there. Then what does that basically means now? The sellers who sold on Thursday are now being taken over, right? So uh, now this price action, if we take a look at the level 440, which was a pullback low around the 20th of December. So the market broke that level, a big consolidation was there, and then again came back into the range the very next day. So when such action happens, that is considered to be a failure of a down move. And when a failure of down move happens, then to sell into that, it becomes quite difficult. So the action which is expected on this stock will be, the sellers will be more keen to cover their positions because they are trapped. And how I come to that conclusion is because there was a breakdown and then the high of that particular candle is taken out by market. So the view obviously, go wrong, can go wrong. So that part we have to take care ourselves. So if I take into account the slightest of pullbacks that were there available on Friday, so there were practically none, but a level that comes out to be on a 1 minute chart will be 452. There is none on 5. It actually traded higher through the day. So 452 is one level below which I'll reconsider this view, but on daily chart it is looking like a failure on daily. So that is one example. Then example of a dull stock will be your Reliance. So Reliance was inside day on Friday, did not provide any support or resistance or anything to market. It didn't contribute at all. Then another such action will be in your stock Infosys, which also didn't do anything on Friday. But if we have a look at stocks like let's talk about Bharti. So that stock also did something similar to Tata Motors. It managed to hit the low of 20th of December. But slightly different thing that was there was it saw the buying came on Thursday itself. It made a flash crash type of situation. It fell 20-30 rupees in a 5 minute time frame only, and then started to come up in a similar time frame. So Bharti was strong on Thursday itself, and then crossed the high of the Thursday candle the next day. So that is a relatively stronger stock. Then one stock that I'm really amazed about is Chola Finance. I tweeted the chart also. How come this stock is trading at all-time high in FNO space, and no one is shorting it or nothing is happening to this stock. So that is quite a strange situation that is there. So I mean, people will call it relative strength, that okay, this stock has not fallen and it is relatively strongest. I mean, people including me will say that technically, but I mean, it does not give comfort to play a breakout in such markets. So I may not be doing that, and will probably be looking for a failure in this stock for a breakout, because markets are not in a situation or not placed in such a manner that we should be expecting a breakout at least in some stock. So that is my view there. Then completely referring to data and not talking any you know anything from my end. We recently saw a big candle on 22nd of Feb also in Nifty, and then the intermediate high, or you can say that a very short term high at 17,200 on 23rd of Feb. So let me take data from 23rd Feb till 25th and see which stocks are underperforming or performing the respective segments. So one stock Bank of Baroda, which is just down 1% in this whole period. I mean, whole period looks very big because 3 days of mayhem was there. Then there is Kotak Bank, which is down 1.5% only. Then ICICI Bank, which is down about 2%. So these are top three stocks as per relative strength. Then in NBFC space, there is Muthoot Finance, which is slightly up, Chola Finance, which is just slightly down, and then there is Bajaj Finance, which is about percent lower. In the same space, if we talk about the losers, there will be LTFH, LIC, and India Bulls are the bottom three. Then let's talk about metals for a bit. Coal India is actually up 3% in this period. Vedanta is up 3%. Hindalco is up 3%. And on the downside, you have JSW and SAIL underperforming down 3% each. There is an interesting chart pattern if you see in Coforge in LTTS. They were not really down on Thursday. They held on to their levels and already trading above their Thursday highs. So Coforge during this period is up 1.5%. Mindtree is up down 0.5%. LTTS is down under 1%. So these three IT stocks are also decent. Then, can someone confirm whether I'm audible or not? Just give some emoji and something or something like that.
You're audible,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Then there is some bad underperformance going on in your oil and gas space. HPCL, BPCL, I think for the known reasons of not able to do a price hike on the pump side, they are doing pretty badly in the last couple of days. They are down 6 to 8%. IOC is also down 4%. Uh, then let me just browse through other different segments. In auto, escorts for the normal reasons of buyback support is not down much. Then Bajaj Auto is outperforming. Your Apollo tire segment is really underperforming, tire and battery. So Apollo Tire, Balkrishna, Amar Raja, they are all down badly, and M&M is also down badly. Which is outperforming in the main stocks will be your Bajaj Auto, Eicher, TVS. I mean down under 3% or something. So I think that's it. इतना news काफी है of the relative strength and all. So I think that's all that I wanted to share. I want to keep this space a bit meaningful so that it does not get boring. So 10-15 minutes I have taken up. I'll now invite people for their views and let's discuss and close it in next 20 minutes. Thank you. So you can send your invite and I'll take them. Yeah, Rohit, you have something to add?
Yes, bye. Thank you for the opportunity. Okay, there's two stocks. One is GNFC and one is Minda Corp.
Yeah, GNFC.
In entire fall,
Correct.
like in the entire fall, Minda Corp, held up to the level,
Hmm.
and it is trading above all the like 21 EMA and all those stuff.
Hmm.
And even the GNFC is like once the market, matlab, halka sa bhi support karta hai, it just comes back.
Yeah.
And if you have seen, 508 was a, like kind of a resistance for it, and
Yeah.
अभी वीकली पे भी उसने उसके ऊपर ही बंद किया है. So and 4-5 साल like 2018 में इसका हाई था around 548,
Yeah.
and I think again this will try to close above that level. So what do you think about these two stocks, Minda Corp and GNFC?
Yeah, you have summed up GNFC yourself. Also, just to add one bit of information to it, will be your result reaction, which came on 7th of Feb. It opened gap up and it is still holding that gap level.
Yes,
So
yes, gap is not
that
filled
is
yet.
that is one major sign of strength that the stock is holding on to. So yeah, this is one of the better outperformer in your FNS space, which has a reason behind it also.
Okay, and the Minda Corp, if you can check.
Because, sir, I like to add
Yeah,
on
that's
the
right.
GNFC.
Yeah.
GNFC fundamentally is also very, very good stock. I think so. If I'm not correct, I've not seen that, but it quotes for a 1 year forward PE of 5 or 6 something.
I would.
The
That's fine. Wo cyclical
fertilizer
hai, so. उसी के
fertilizer
बाद
industry, fertilizer industry is going through a extreme amount of price issues. Uh, Basically, the price of fertilizer is increasing throughout the world. There has been a short supply of fertilizer in last 12 months or so. The crisis in Russia does not help that because gas is the primary input of the fertilizer, and also Russia is one of the largest producer of fertilizers. So all the fundamental points are also along with the price action, which is anyway very very strong. अब मुझे तो लगता है कि ये जो आपने चोलाफिन से बताया, उस चोलाफिन का भी प्राइस एक्शन बहुत स्ट्रांग है, बट इसका प्राइस एक्शन ऐसा है कि वो गिरने का शॉर्ट नहीं देखना है, इसमें लॉन्ग ही देखना चाहिए.
राइट राइट. वो रिजल्ट कैटलिस्ट और रिजल्ट का जो गैप जो होल्ड कर रहा है वो काफी स्ट्रांग पॉइंट है इसका. करेक्ट. सो थैंक्स रोहित. गौतम. या
Any view on QSR space?
अरे आप लोग अपने व्यू दो ना यार. व्हाई आस्किंग माय व्यूज? आई एम नॉट दैट गुड ऑन गिविंग व्यूज ऑन स्टॉक्स. आई मीन दैट इज नॉट द पॉइंट ऑफ
So and
डिस्कशन.
opening up is happening. So are they good? I want to know.
Okay. So a stock that I track in QSR is Sapphire and Devyani. So both of them looks good to me on technicals. Obviously, recent lows should be stop losses for them. I mean, anything which breaks the recent low is a bad thing.
सर QSR में भी फंडामेंटल इनपुट, स्पेशली द दिव्यानी, वेस्ट लाइफ और ये जो फ्रेंचाइजी स्टोर्स हैं, they are in a medium term, 12 to 24 months, have lined up a huge amount of store growth.
Okay.
And so automatically their turnover will increase dramatically. Lots of funds are pumping in money. Personally, I'm not very gung-ho fundamentally because they don't produce any profits. But if their store growth, which they are expecting it to be 4 times, 5 times what they have today, if that were to materialize, they will be completely different companies. So lots of people are actually buying these names just from the store growth story on a fundamental level.
Okay. Okay. Thanks, Sandeep. Anyone else? Rational investing.
Yeah, hello, sir. Sir,
Hi.
BIP looks really strong actually because though the Thursday's move was slightly dampening, but stock for last 1 week or 2 weeks, the action has been very strong on VIP. Again, opening up trade as Gautam mentioned, that's one reason. But strong as such
Yeah.
on the charts look good. I mean, I was tracking it for targets of 700, but Thursday's move actually has brought it down, but still now again it looks attractive.
Yeah, I mean, this stock also has not corrected anything, and it is वही है, ऊपर ही है. कोई कोई blip है ही नहीं नीचे. So no panic, no nothing at all. So yeah, relatively strong
और
stock.
और एक स्ट्रॉन्ग था वोल्टास सर. वोल्टास भी काफी अच्छा था एटलीस्ट फ्रॉम अ प्राइस एक्शन पर्सपेक्टिव
Yeah,
बिकॉज
Voltas again, same thing. I'd like to cover, which I added for GNFC, that it is also running ever since it has announced its results. So it was trading around 1150 on result day, range lobby, and from there itself it has run up quite a bit. So it is also showing strength since that day. So when if it stays strong, I think 1320 should come on that. So it looks good.
and other thing, yeah, other thing is expecting summer this time to be very harsh. तो मतलब क्योंकि Blue Star भी similar space में Blue Star also is showing same traction. So hope I think Symphony and the others will follow.
हाँ वो गर्मी आने वाला है आई थिंक दैट इज अ वर्किंग एज अ थीम आई थिंक नाउ या ब्लू स्टार
Yeah,
आल्सो
Blue
इज
Star.
रिलेटेड
Yeah,
स्ट्रांग या
Blue Star.
राइट
Yeah, sure, sir.
राइट
Thank you,
राइट
sir.
थैंक्स मैन बाय Alpha Trading you have anything? Okay, I doubt. Trader Mike. Okay,
Hi,
yes, Sudesh. Hi, Sudesh.
good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, last Friday, Manappuram not come back fundamentally strong, but did not come back. Any
Okay,
view?
it is falling ever since results. So, if you take into that reference, then I don't know. It is doing badly from quite a long now.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, Pratik.
Yes, sir. The whatever that sanction news was coming about in European or US, so is it also considered as like an uncertainty, which like which was there on Thursday also, like before all that started. After the started, people may have know that it happened. So no, this also is considered as some uncertainty and a lot of negativity can be created. Or I just
I don't know how that is going to react to your stocks. I mean, these are sentimental swings that comes about plus minus. So I hardly doubt. I mean, whether market should react positive, negative, or which market should react positive, negative. Because there were like segments that okay, oil and gas has not been touched in sanctions and things like that. So I mean, still oil fell after rising a lot. Then it fell. So, I mean, these are those moving parts which we don't have a control on, and we don't know what they are going to do for markets or for our stocks. So, better to keep them as just news and listen to them.
yeah, my doubt like can we expect a Thursday kind of day or what was my just okay. Yeah.
Why? I mean,
Okay, no problem.
yeah. Usually market don't react to same news in similar manner.
Okay, understood.
Yeah. Thanks.
Hi Deepak ji, am I audible?
Yeah. Hi. You're
Hi,
audible.
how are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm good. How about
Yeah,
you?
yeah, all good. Hello everyone. So actually, sir, मेरा एक व्यू पॉइंट है इसी के ऊपर मेरा क्वेश्चन है. So the question is, due to Russia-Ukraine issue, that demand has to be shifted. I mean, I'm talking about the oil and gas demand to be
Hmm.
shifted in the Gulf countries because Russia is not exporting or importing that anyhow. European countries are not going to import from Russia. So do you think that input cost will increase for many companies like Asian Paints and all? They will be their earnings will be impacted because crude oil price will be impacted on this.
Yeah, of course, in short term to long term, depending upon where crude is. I mean, we think that 100 is the top or 105 is the top. We don't know where it will go or, you know, how it is going to react. So maybe.
Because
I mean,
fundamentally if I ask you, see there are 31% to 40% their imports happens to Europe from Russia on oil and gas, so that is not going to happen. And similarly that what you call that demand will be shifting to the other countries like Gulf countries. So in that case the oil, I mean crude price should increase according to that. So it will be an input cost impact will happen in the many organizations where the input is majorly on the petroleum products like Asian
yeah,
Paints.
yeah,
Where,
I got your point. I got your point.
yeah,
But,
yeah,
the data is not suggesting anything like that. Crude usually remains in range and Asian paint has never remained in range. It has, every time crossed a new high and made a new high. From 300 rupees, also this crude pressure was there. 3,000 also it is there. Asian paint is more about growth stock types here. It's there, but ये क्रूड वाला पार्ट उसका शॉर्ट टर्म में इम्पैक्ट करता है, लॉन्ग टर्म में उसका कोरिलेशन उतना है नहीं कि कि क्रूड ऊपर जाता है तो एशियन पेंट नीचे आता होगा।
नहीं, मैं शॉर्ट
इस
टर्म की बात कर रहा हूँ, मैं शॉर्ट टर्म की बात कर रहा हूँ।
हाँ, वो तो अब प्राइस में होगा ही। आई थिंक आई हार्डली डाउट कि 105 जब क्रूड गया था और अभी अगर $5-7 ऊपर नीचे होता है तो इन शॉर्ट टर्म इट इज गोइंग टू इम्पैक्ट एशियन पेंट।
और कौन सा इंडस्ट्री सर इम्पैक्ट हो सकता है क्रूड से?
आप क्या करना चाह रहे हो? आप शॉर्ट करना चाह रहे हो क्या क्रूड इम्पैक्टेड स्टॉक्स को?
नहीं, मैं शॉर्ट नहीं करना चाह रहा हूँ, मैं शॉर्ट टर्म में
by the time you will be doing the trade will be already over. जैसे अभी like I was discussing कि oil and gas stocks में there were outliers like HPCL, BPCL which are already down 7 to 8% in last 3 days, while every other stock may have recovered. These stocks have not recovered. अब वो मार्केट इज ऑलरेडी प्राइसिंग इट कंपेयर टू द क्रूड ऑयल और जो भी डिसरप्शन चल रहा है उसके अकॉर्डिंग, बट मार्केट इज नॉट गिविंग सिमिलर इम्पैक्ट टू मे बी एशियन पेंट, बट इट हैज़ ऑलरेडी, आई मीन 3200 था वो 3100 आ चुका है, तो ₹100 3% करेक्शन दिया है मार्केट ने उसको। सो आई डोंट नो वो बुक हाउ मच विल बी सफिशेंट दैट, वो क्या कोरिलेशन से कितना क्या होगा वो तो अलग ही है। आई मीन above my pay grade to answer.
Understood. Thank you.
Yeah, Dilip.
Yeah, thank you very much for your for giving me opportunity. Sir, actually, I don't know anything about technical analysis, and even I am not interested that much because I am not able to find such much time. But thing is that I am getting sense that people, beer gang, and all the people who want that 2020 downside or some kind of 2020 downside is coming, or people are like analyzing such. So I just want to know that as not as a technical analysis but as a fundamental analysis, what are the script main or 2 or 3 non-nifty script which you would like to add in your core portfolio? Core means like 5 years, more than 5 years. Like I am concentrating more on Tata Consumer and ITC, but any non-nifty, like people are saying 10,000 will come, 12,000 will come, 14,000 will come. So can you give me 2 or 3 script which is core fundamentally good but technically also you can support that? I am holding a Tata Consumer since 150s. So now it went to 890. Now it's 650. But I want to add in bulk. Bulk means like every 50 quantity and every 50 rupees down. So at what price you are saying that I should add at max? And other non-nifty stocks if you have any. Thank you.
Okay, good question, but I don't have answer to that. If you are asking technically, then I think every stock has a bad chart right now. So technically, nothing is good.
नहीं सर, मैं आपको सिर्फ सिंपल बता रहा हूँ। देखो सर,
हाँ, मैं समझ गया
देखो,
आपकी बात, समझ गया। बस मैं यही आंसर कर रहा हूँ कि टेक्निकली अभी ऐसा कोई 5 स्टॉक है नहीं जो आप अभी बोलो कि अच्छे लग रहे हैं टेक्निकली और अगले 5 साल के लिए अच्छे लग रहे हैं, क्योंकि मार्केट में करेक्शन आया है एंड एवरी स्टॉक का शक्ल बदला हुआ है अभी। ठीक है, अब वो जैसे सिंपल सी बात है, जो स्टॉक अभी नए,
सर मेरा
जो
एक
स्टॉक
सिंपल सा
अभी
स्टूपिड सा
ऊपर
क्वेश्चन है
आएंगे, सेक्टर्स नए ऊपर आएंगे। आप वो जो 12,000 बोल रहा है, 10,000 बोल रहा है, आप उससे उसका पोजीशन पूछ लो कि आप कितना पैसा बेट कर रहे
नहीं,
हो।
वो ठीक है। देखो मुझे मतलब मैं तो संडे सैटरडे या कभी कभी ट्विटर खोल लेते तो पता चलता है, आप लोगों को फॉलो भी करते हैं। मुझे खुद इंटरेस्ट भी है लेकिन टाइम नहीं है ना, तो हर बार नुकसान होता है, इसलिए तो मैं ट्रेडिंग से तो हट ही गया हूँ। मेरा सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन है, अगर मैं लॉन्ग टर्म इन्वेस्टर या कोई भी लॉन्ग टर्म इन्वेस्टर है, 2020 में पूरा का पूरा मार्केट नीचे आ गया था, अभी उसको 1 ही साल हुआ है, ठीक है, तो भी मतलब पूरा दुनिया इधर से उधर हो गया। अब ये सपोज कुछ भी हो गया कल परसों या एक वीक में या एक मंथ में या पिछले नेक्स्ट 6 मंथ में, अगर 2022 में 2020 की तरह कोई भी अपॉर्चुनिटी आती है वर्स्ट केस में, तो आप नॉन निफ्टी के कौन से ऐसे फंडामेंटली स्ट्रॉन्ग स्टॉक है जिसको आप पर्सनली फॉलो करते हो और आप शेयर कर सकते हो? तो मुझे टेक्निकली 50-100 रुपए का कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है नीचे गिर गया तो, लेकिन फंडामेंटली 10 साल तक अगर कंपनी चलने वाली है तो मुझे 2x रिटर्न, 3x 2.5 रिटर्न भी मिल जाए तो भी बहुत है। क्योंकि सर मैं एग्जांपल देता हूँ, मदरसन सुमी मैंने 60 में ऐड किया था, अभी भी होल्ड कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है, मैंने 250 भी देखा, 200 भी देखा, अभी 150 आ गया, ठीक है। तो मैं ऐसे ऐसे कोर फंडामेंटली बिजनेस जो 2 साल 3 साल भले मतलब यूरोप में कुछ हो जाए, मतलब ऐसा कुछ आपकी नजर में है तो सर शेयर करें। थैंक्स।
नहीं, वो मेरा एक्सपर्टीज नहीं है, सॉरी।
ठीक है सर, थैंक यू
थैंक यू। So I think it's 9 and we should end now. Bye guys. Have a good day. Thank you.